Everybody, this is a business opportunity presentation, and of course we have many distributors here as well. Welcome down. We'd like to actually present you with two guests that are very admired by all of us, and that is Diamond Saliano and of course our beloved Blue Diamond, Mary Bullard. Okay, so without further ado, please have them. Thank you.
Good job, Ray.
We didn't see it, right?
Yeah, we haven't done this
Why not?
totally together before.
No?
Oh, it's
Really?
great.
We can do it.
Okay.
Okay. So, you want us to stand here? Like this? Like this? Perfect. Okay, good. Okay. So, Sally and I are pretty excited. We're excited to share with the new distributors in the room and the guests, right? Who do we have for guests that are not a part of the company yet? Yeah. A couple over there. Okay, good, great. So welcome, because this is for you, okay? And for the new distributor as well, because what we want to share with you is what we share all over the world now. Okay, we do this over the telephone, we do it over Skype, we like to do it in person. For me, my dream was to be able to travel the world, and now I get to do that and get paid for doing it, right? So pretty exciting. So when we talk about our company, we talk about four things, okay? We talk about the people behind the company, right? And Sally, why don't you share with them, with the people, and what, you know, it's pretty important.
Okay. This to me was actually one of the most important factors when you're looking at any opportunity, was the people behind the company. I had done several home-based businesses before this. I've been a registered nurse for 38 years. I didn't have a business background, but I knew what was important was to know who was running this company, where they were taking this. And so when I was first invited to take a look at this, I wasn't looking for anything to do other than what I was doing, which was my nursing at the time. And my friend told me about this anti-aging product, and that got my attention. So I decided that what I would do was set up an account with the company for $59, and I would try the product. But I was very skeptical because I've tried many products, and I didn't really believe that it would work as fast as it did. And I was told all I had to do was my normal routine at night, and then I would just roll Skincerity, which is the name of the product, and go to bed, which I did. But I only rolled half my face. I thought I would just find out really fast if it worked. The next morning when I washed off the film, I was shocked. I thought maybe I was seeing things, and so I decided I wouldn't trust myself either. I work in a private surgical center with plastic surgeons and other doctors and nurses, so I went to work every morning for the next week, having done half my face, and I made them guess which side it was. That was how my story started. I loved the product. I still was not looking for something to do other than my nursing though. And then my friend invited me to come down to Las Vegas, which is where the company was doing a pre-launch before they officially launched in Canada and the US. It was January 2010. And the only reason I really went down was to go shopping with my friend Valley, because she told me that she had a house down there and we should go shopping. And I went down there with the intent to find out more about this. And one of the people that I met there was Lonnie McKinney, one of three founders. Lonnie McKinney, David Dillingham, and Richard Janik, I found out, had been in partnership for almost 30 years together. I was impressed by that because I thought most marriages don't last that long. And I thought these men had been together for 30 years. I found out that they'd had several business successes, all of them successes, over the 30 years that they had been together. One of them involved a company back in the 80s. The name of the company was Slick 50, and it was very, very successful. They took it international to 46 countries. They had been very, very successful with that company. They later owned and operated one of the largest dermatology practices in the Houston area. They were very good at recognizing unique products with a big trend to them, and that's why Slick 50 was such a huge hit. It was a unique product, it created a new category, and it could not be reverse engineered. And when Lonnie had a condition on his skin that was causing him problems, and he was getting laser treatments every couple of weeks to control it, and he realized that this was a huge trend. So he and his partners got together and owned and operated then one of these the largest dermatology practice. They knew something that I have known for years. Doctors are very good at what they do, but they don't know anything about running a business. So I'm sorry if one of you are doctors, but that's really the way it is. And my doctors tell me that every day. So they would run the business side of things and let the doctors do what they were very good at, which was seeing patients. And it was one of their doctors that was at a medical conference. Because they were so large, they would be invited to the largest medical conferences and the trade shows so they could see the latest, greatest things. And they had been invited to this medical trade show, and one of their doctors saw this product, Skincerity, and came back to them and said, you need to take a look at this product. There's nothing like this out there. So that's how they came across the product, and we're going to tell you more about that. But it was Lonnie that I wanted to talk to when I went down to Las Vegas. And I had several questions for him, 4 questions specifically. I said to him, I said, Lonnie, I said, I need to know if you guys are in this for the long run. I said, I've spent a lot of time away from my family trying to build a business that wasn't there for me, and I need to know, are you guys in this for the long run? And I looked him right in the eye, and he said, Sally, this is what we do. We see things through to the end, and we'll do the same thing with this too. And I was really relieved to find that out. This is the last venture these 3 men are doing together, and I'm so excited to be on board with them. The second question I asked him was, are you ever taking this company public? Because I know what happens when that happens, okay? He said, Sally, I've done that before, but there's really only 2 reasons a company goes public. One is to spread debt load. We don't have any. One is to get capital. We don't need any. We have deep pockets. That's exactly what he said to me. So I was thinking, I was adding this all up going, privately held, debt-free, a 30-year partnership behind it. This is all adding up really nicely. Then I said to him, is this business willable or sellable? I have 4 children and 3.5 grandchildren. I have 1 on the way. And I wanted to know that I could create a legacy for my family. I wanted to know that this was a real business. And he said, Sally, this is a real business. Now, my friend that told me about this passed away a year ago, May. It was a sad story, and she passed away, but her entire estate went to her husband. He then filled out a simple 1-page transfer form and transferred her business to her niece, who is now building this as a legacy to her own family. That was very comforting to me to know that that was something that we could do with this real business. The last question I asked him was this. I said to him, I said, Lonnie, in 5 years' time, and I said, I am prepared to give this 5 years part-time because I was still working full-time and I had no time. But I said, in 5 years' time, if I want to take advantage of retirement, I want to do whatever I want to do, which is travel and, be with friends and family. I said, what do I have to do to keep my paycheck coming in? You see, in this business, we get paid weekly. And in another business that I had worked in for 7 years, if I didn't keep enrolling people into that business, the company kept your check. And that happened to me. So that's why I asked him that question. And he said to me, he said, Sally, all you need to do is buy 2 bottles of product a month. Just be active with the company. And I said to him, well, Lonnie, I've already been doing that for 4 months. Like, big deal. I buy 2 and I use 1 and have 1 as a sample. Like really? He said, well, that's all you have to do is be active with the company. So I set my business up for $59 and I run it every month for $120. That's my overhead on my business. When I came away from that interview, I was so impressed, one, that he would take the time to answer all of my questions. He was very down to earth. They're brilliant businessmen, these 3 men. Brilliant. And yet they were down to earth and have always said to us, you are not working for us. We are working for you. What can we do to help you? I've gotten to know them. I've gotten up close and personal. They're amazing businessmen. They're just incredible. And you can have confidence, full confidence, that this company is going to explode. They're already in certain areas starting that, but they will become $1 billion company. I have full confidence, and you have full confidence in who is running the company. To me, that was one of the most important factors right there. They make the decisions, and that can change, and that can like affect everything we do. So I wanted to know and have confidence in who was making those decisions. I love these 3 guys. They're amazing, and they're just so much fun to work with. So that's the people.
Okay, so then what we talk about, the people, they're very accessible too. Like, we didn't have when Sally and I started working and partnered with this company, 3.5, and then yours is almost 4 years now, right?
Yes.
So when we did that, I feel like I can't see you guys, okay? When we did that, we didn't have a lot of people to mentor us like you have now, okay? But we had Lonnie and David and Richard. And so we utilized them. We had them come to Canada and speak in groups like this, right? And they were there for us. They've said things to us like, we will not forsake you guys, right? They wanted to create a pay-it-forward company. They really, truly believe that Nucerity, and so do I, and so does Sally, that Nucerity is going to change the world for the better. It's not just about sharing a unique, one-of-a-kind product, okay? It's not just about that. It's about helping people like you and Sally and myself, all of us, to create a better lifestyle, because we were born to have abundant lives. We really were. And because of everything that's going on in the world, I mean, everybody thinks that their country's economy is not great, but it's not great anywhere, right? And so Nucerity is just providing another option. It really, for me, it was all about giving me hope that there was something else out there, and that's what I do now, right? So at my center, I'm all about helping people ignite hope in other people, that there's something else out there. Because when I joined this company 3.5 years ago, I shared the idea of a better lifestyle with a few people, literally a few people. And not only did I share it with them, but I taught them how to share it with a few people. And I taught those few people how to share it with a few people, and so on and so on. And that turned into an empire of people now who all want a better life. But they're teaching other people that there's hope out there as well, okay? And the company pays me very well for that, okay? So how do we get paid? We get paid 10 different ways from this company. The biggest way, nobody gets paid unless product is purchased from the company, okay? And so that's how we get paid. So whenever product is purchased, it generates points, or volume, we call it. And that volume and those points are what we get paid every single week. Okay, a computer tallies our virtual office tallies up our volume, and at the end of every week, it spits us out a paycheck. Okay, puts it into our bank account, and that's how we get paid. So we are not getting paid by selling product. We are getting paid by using it. So nobody is in competition with anybody. Okay, there's no competition here. I live in a small town of 30,000 people, and I personally know at least 2,000 people who have joined Nucerity. Okay, and nobody's in competition with each other because we're just using it. That's our requirement, right? In fact, in Asia here, we're not even allowed to sell it, right? It's against policies and procedures. Okay, but we're allowed to order it from the company and use it. So let me tell you about the product. Would you mind grabbing me a bottle? I think there should be one on the table there somewhere. I know there's one in the bag in my room on the bed. Oh, good. Awesome. So this is our amazing product, okay? It's unique. It's one of a kind. There's nothing else like it in the world, okay? It cannot be reverse engineered, okay? What I mean by one of a kind, and it created its own category, is that there's nothing else. It's not a cream. It's not a lotion. It's not a serum. You put it on your skin before you go to bed at night. You wake up in the morning, you wash it off, and you put it in the garbage. It's a mask. It's the world's first and only breathable mask. It's a man-made, engineered, perfect layer of skin that you apply to your unperfect skin. And when you wake up, your skin feels hydrated. And that's what it does. So I have it on my hand here right now. Can't see it, right? Little shiny maybe. Okay? You roll this on, it's a liquid in the bottle. As soon as this roller ball touches your skin and rolls it on, it seals itself every single time too. So no bacteria, okay? Do you want me to use that bottle? Any in it. Okay, good. Okay? So it seals itself every single time. And I always peel this layer of skin, I call it, or money. And then I simply roll it on your hand so you can feel it. It's cool and tingly, okay? There's very little ingredients in here. He's coming to get me. Way to make us feel uncomfortable. No. Okay, so what's in here? Vitamin E and grapeseed extract. The highest antioxidants we can put on our skin, right? Another ingredient in here, two other ingredients that we don't ever really hear of, okay, or wouldn't hear of put together, would be polymers. Polymer is man-made, okay? It's almost like fibers, plastic, right, put together that are intertwined together, which creates the perfect layer of skin. There's also a pharmaceutical-grade acetone in here, which, if you were to read that on a shelf, you would probably be really nervous about it. I know I would. I probably would have dropped it when I picked it up. Acetone, okay? The acetone in here is to keep it a liquid in the bottle. And when the roller ball goes in, it'll remove the bacteria, okay? So I could roll your feet and roll my face right after. I'd be okay with that, okay? The acetone also, as soon as it hits the skin, it evaporates and turns that polymer, the liquid polymer, into a solid, creating that perfect layer of skin. It also creates thousands of holes, just like the pores in our skin, okay, which allow oxygen to diffuse into the skin, which we need oxygen onto our skin, okay? Now these holes, these pores, these man-made pores in this perfect layer of skin are too small for your own body's moisture to escape. So it traps in your body's moisture, okay? There's two primary causes of aging. The sun does a lot of damage, okay? And moisture loss, okay? So it's a fancy word, transepidermal water loss, okay? It is loss of moisture. It's the biggest cause of aging. It's why we wrinkle and crease and look old. It's because our bodies are dehydrating, right? I like to tell people, what happens when you get sick and you go to the hospital? What's the first thing you do when you get sick and you go to the hospital? They hook you up to an IV to hydrate you because they know that that's a part of the issue, okay? Always. It always is. It always will be because we're all so dehydrated. What Skincerity does is it locks in the body's natural moisture. So what this product is really not that big of a deal. But what it does is a very big deal. It helps our body naturally regenerate faster. It helps our body heal itself faster. Does this heal or cure anything? No, it doesn't. In fact, we're not even allowed to make those claims because it's not true, okay? It just creates, wherever we put this, it creates a perfect environment for our skin to do what it's naturally meant to do, okay? Rejuvenate by trapping our body's natural moisture. Does that make sense? Okay. So Skincerity was never actually designed to do that. In fact, it was given $7.5 million from the National Institute of Health to help with other issues. Okay? And it accidentally removed wrinkles, accidentally removed fine lines, accidentally cleared up acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, skin tags, dark patches, sun damage, all those things. That was a complete accident. How great, right? I think so. Lonnie recognized the uniqueness of this, got the worldwide patents. You know, pharmaceutical companies could have easily acquired the rights to this, and none of us would have a better life because of that, right? So Lonnie and David and Richard wanted to create a company. They wanted one more kick at the can, so to speak, one more good success. They're incredibly wealthy men, okay, very, very smart businessmen, but they wanted to create a company where they could help other people. So most companies out there, you know, they spend millions and millions of dollars every month after month after month, millions a week, in fact, okay, on advertising. And our distribution of this is just a little bit different, okay? When you buy product from one of your retail stores here right now, and you go and you buy that, what is it, the SK2? Is it called SK2? Okay, I see the advertisements on the planes and stuff like that. And when you buy that, so many people get the money, right? It doesn't cost a lot of money to create a product, but it does need to pay the wholesaler, the warehouser, all along the line, the retailer, okay? The lady who works at the retail, that sold it to you. Everybody gets a piece of the pie, so to speak. With this, you are the user, the end user is the distributor. So that's why they can pay us so well. So again, every time this product is purchased, it generates volume points. And that is what we get paid from every single week after week after week. Okay? I have 12 people who I've personally invited to something like this. Okay? Who are actively using this product every month, generating 100 points. Okay? And that span, and 8 of those 12 are simply ordering these 2. They're not telling anyone about it. They're just using it. They look 10 years younger than they did 3 years ago. Okay? 4 of them said, hey, I want to have a better lifestyle. And from those 4 span thousands and thousands of people. Okay, those 4 told a few, who told a few, who told a few, who told a few. I didn't know anybody outside of Canada 3.5 years ago. Not one person. Okay? And I'm here because I want to travel the world. And there was an opportunity from team members to come here. And so I was here within hours, I think. Literally 8 days, wasn't it? Right? So, because I want to come here, because there was people here who wanted a better lifestyle too. Okay? So, that's about the product. Okay? If you use it, you will absolutely love it. I'm certain of that. It's so unique that it has to be shared with somebody that you know, like, or trust, because there's nothing like it in the world. If I just gave everybody a bottle of this tonight, and they've never ever seen it or used it before, most of you might even wake up in the morning and put it on and go to work. Okay? And I always get a couple giggles, usually, from that. But you know that Skincerity peels off, right? As your skin hydrates, it comes off itself. Right? So when I wake up, I put this on before I go to bed, right? I roll it all over, and then I wait 5 seconds, and I roll it again, right? Because I don't want to miss a spot, because you can barely see it. I want to create a perfect layer of skin. Don't want to miss any spots. I wake up in the morning, because Skincerity is meant to be left on your skin for 6, 8, or 10 hours, okay? The longer you leave it on, the better. In fact, I have it all over my feet right now, right? Haven't had to get a pedicure in 3 years. You don't need to, because when you remove Skincerity from your skin, it actually removes the dead skin cells, okay? But more importantly, the half-dead skin cells that are on your skin right now will be rejuvenated back to new, okay? And that's why more than 90% of people that use this product, the first morning they wake up, they recognize, they feel more hydrated. Their skin feels softer. And some people even notice a change in color. And that's because their skin is hydrated. Okay? They notice that right away. And they're removing the dead skin cells. And the half dead skin cells are rejuvenated back to new. Because that's what your body naturally wants to do. Okay? So, what's next? How we get paid, which is all I was really interested in 3.5 years ago, because I was broke. I had nothing. Single mother, 2 boys, mortgage, truck payment, and no income. Okay, because I was let go of a job. And 12 months later, no income. I started researching network marketing companies. Nucerity was the 29th company I had looked at over those 12 months. I could have easily joined any company and probably done okay. But I was looking for a company that was designed for the masses. Okay, I was looking for a company that wasn't just designed for 3% of the world's population. okay, which is the entrepreneur, the highly self-motivated individual, somebody who understood business, okay? All those other companies I looked at, okay, 28 of them were designed only for the 3% of the world's population. When I looked at this one, I never slept for weeks, and I could sleep right now standing up. I was pretty excited. I was super excited because when I looked at their pay plan, the pay structure, the plan that Nucerity put together for the masses to make money from this, okay, I knew it was the one. I absolutely knew it. And I knew it because of a few reasons. Nobody wants another job, but everybody wants another income, okay? That's what this is. It's another income. It's not another job. Some people like to make it another job, but they don't do very well, okay? They don't make very much money, okay? So another reason why I knew it was the right one is because Sally had already mentioned it, that whether I wanted to make, whether when I made $100 a week at doing this, okay, or whether I make $10,000 a week, my only commitment, my only requirement is to use this product. I have 2 bottles of this amazing product delivered to my doorstep every 28 days. And that has never changed. Other companies want you to spend, well, you need to get a garage to fill it full of your product. And I knew that the masses would never want to do that. Okay, so that really excited me. Third thing, I thought if I could make a really great list of 10 people that I knew and I liked and I trusted, and if I truly took a personal interest in their future and concern with what they were missing, some were missing just being home with their children. Some were missing traveling the world. Some were missing a vehicle. Some were missing, were full of stress because of so much debt load. Some are missing, some people just want to be able to pay back their student loans. Some people just want to be able to take care of their retiring parents. Okay? It's different for everybody. But I knew that if I took a personal interest in 10 people, if I made a list of 10 people that I knew, liked, and trusted, and I knew what they were missing, and I said, if I could show you a way, I think I might have found a way for you to have a better life. I think I might have found a way for you to finally stay home with your children. You don't have to work 17 hours a day anymore. Okay? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. It's a 2 to 3 year plan. Okay, of people sharing with people who's sharing with people. But when I looked at this, I said, if I could take a personal interest in a few people and I could teach them to do exactly what I did, then I think this is it. And that's exactly what I did. I made a list of 10 people. Okay, and 8 of those people joined me. Okay? I didn't tell them all about this company or this product. I simply took a personal interest in them. Okay? Which there was just a study done with 7,000 people. There was a study done. A Sherlaw coaching company did it. It's still green. A bit too loud? Whew. Okay. I'll take it out of my mouth then. Okay. Okay. So anyway, I did that. I worked with 4 people. I literally worked with 4 people, and I taught them everything I knew about this industry. Okay? And then I taught them, I showed them every mistake I ever made with it so that they wouldn't have to make the mistakes that I did. Right? I checked my ego at the door. It was tough. It still is tough sometimes because I want everybody in this room right now to think I'm brilliant. I do. But it's not necessary. It really isn't. Everything that we do and everything that we say, we have to have the person who's listening think this. Hey, I can do that. That's something I can do. Right? So we just send them a link. If they ask a question about the product, we don't answer it. We send them a link on that, a video on it. Because we want them to think, hey, I can do that. If I would have just did the presentation on the product with everybody that I talked to, they would think, I could never do that. I could never be an expert like her, right? So we want to just get them in front of the message. We don't want to be the message. So I did that. And that span into so many people. That reminds me of the 7,000 from Sherlock Coaching. They did a study with 7,000 people. And less than 2%, they asked everybody a question. When was the last time somebody took a personal interest in you and your family and your career? Less than 2% said that had happened in their life. Right? So that's really missing in the world. And I truly believe that we are designed to help people. I truly believe that we could be at our happiest, 10 out of 10 happiness when we're helping people. But because of our surroundings and our survival mode and crisis mode sometimes, we're not able to do that. Right? If you would have asked me, or somebody in this room would have said to me, you're gonna be helping people. You just need to find something to help people. I would have said, screw you. I can't even help myself right now. I can't even take care of my family right now. How could I possibly think about helping some people? Right? But what this company did, they designed a plan to completely manipulate you into helping people from day one. It's brilliant. Because for me to make my dreams come true, I had to find at least 2 people to help make their dreams come true. It's an absolute brilliant system, isn't it? Like, I'm getting all excited here just talking about it again. It's incredible, right? I thought it would take me 3 to 5 years to make an annual income monthly. And there's another accident, because it happened in less than 2. In less than 2 years, I was making more money with this company than I had ever made in any single year in my life, working 17 hours a day. Big deal, right? This is a big deal. Everybody that you know is going to be using this product in the next 10, 20 years anyway. And the experts have told us that. They know. Okay? And so all we need to do is just look for a few people who want a better lifestyle, take a personal interest in them, lock arms with them, bring them here, and let the leaders do the work for you. That's all you have to do. Your only task is to intrigue people to look at the message and then get them in front of the message. That's it. Right? Okay, so come and talk a little bit. We get paid 10 ways. So
10 ways. How long have we got? No, just
well, you
kidding.
can learn about it. We would send you a video.
We're gonna press play and send you a link. We get paid in 10 ways. I'm gonna only talk about 3 of them right now. You set your account up for $59. The company gives you a virtual website, and people can go directly to your website and purchase product. The company will drop ship it to them, and they send you a check for the retail difference. That's my favorite way of doing any retailing at all, okay? The second way, if we don't sell products, you're thinking, how do we make any money in this? Because it's not set up like a direct sales program where we have home parties and sell products and bring inventory in and put it in little bags and deliver it to people. It's not set up like that at all. If it was like that, I would not be talking to you, okay? So, how do we get paid? We start by building 2 teams of people. Remember I said I talked to my friend Valley? Valley was the very first person that I told about this, and I put her on my right team. And then I talked to another friend of mine, Margene, and I put her on my left team. And those teams began to grow. And Joanne, and Valley told Joanne, and Joanne told Tish, and somebody told somebody. Just that one team alone of mine is over 16,000 people. Some of you are on that team. Yes, Vicky's on that team. And this team is generating volume every single week because everybody on that team uses product for themselves, okay? And they introduce new people to this company with an inventory pack that gets them started so they have product that they can share and get people started with. Everybody starts with an inventory pack, and we're going to talk about that. But all the volume that gets generated in both those teams, whether or not you put the people on that team, we get paid a commission on. 12% commission. It's pretty big after a while when 2 people tell 2 people tell 2 people and the teams grow. So every week on Sunday night, Central Time, They look at all the points that have been generated in your business because people have bought product from the company. They're 2 bottles every month, or people that are getting started. And they look at that and they pay you based on how many points you have in your teams, okay? That's the second way we get paid. The third way that we get paid was the part that really, really got my attention. In another company that I worked in, every time I helped somebody in their business, so if I helped you in your business and I helped you create your own 2 teams, and we talked to your top 10 people, and let's say 8 of them decided to join, and I would help you bring your team on board, and then I would help you teach those people. Every time I created a team, that team would break away from me, and my income would go down. I thought I just had to work harder. So I would help somebody else create another team, and I would help you, and your team would begin to grow, and then you would break away, and my income would go down. It took me 7 years to figure it out. What I loved about the way they had set this up was the more people you help create teams, the better they do, because now they have help. They have someone who's going to take a personal interest in them, and they're going to help and show you and train you and teach you how to do this business. And every time you do that, you actually get paid a percentage of whatever that team produces. Pretty neat, eh? It's like every time you help somebody, they do well, and you get a little part of that by helping them. So I told my friend Valley about this, and Valley told Joanne, and Joanne told Tish, and it went on and on. The percentages that we make on these teams get bigger as the teams grow. So what I really liked was that you can't do it by yourself. Like Mary said, the only way we are successful in this business is we help other people be successful, help them create the beautiful lives that they want by showing them and teaching them and training them. And that is such a win-win. I found that so amazing, that the more people you help, the better they do and the better you do. To me, that's how life should be. But no one ever took a personal interest in my success, ever. Mary and I are not on the same team, which is so amazing to me, that even people that are not benefiting financially from me are helping me because they care about me. And when you care about other people, that's how this works. You just have to care for the people that you talk to, and you could help them create the life that they've probably always wanted. Sorry. But it's changed my life. And that makes me emotional. It makes me cry because I never thought this was possible for me. I'd been a nurse for 38 years. I'd worked really hard in my life. I was back at work when my babies were 8 weeks old. It killed me to do that. I worked full-time the whole time my babies were growing up. I have 4 children. I missed a lot of time with them. That really bothered me. I never thought it would be possible for me to be able to retire and make more in a week, part-time in my business, than I made full-time for a whole month working as a nurse very hard, standing on my feet all day long. So whether it's a little bit of money that you want to make or whether it's a lot of money, find people to help. Help them create the success that they want in their lives, and you will get what you want to. It's the most incredible pay plan I've ever seen. That's how we get paid.
Awesome. Okay, let's do positioning now together. So, the fourth thing we talk about is positioning. So we've talked about the people. We've talked about the product. We've talked about the pay plan. Okay. The fourth one is positioning. Okay. Because positioning is really, this is the perfect storm, right? We do have it all with this company. We really do. And the fact that it's just brand spanking new, these guys bring everything to success, with or without any of us in the room. They're going to be successful at this. So we might as well hop on the train. Because destination is, what does Lonnie say? Cha-ching land. Planet cha-ching. Right? And really, we can't always really talk about just the money side of it. but it's what the money brings, right? I know 3.5 years ago, Sally and I were both struggling financially. We all know people who could use an extra couple $100 a month. It would change their life, right? This company doesn't teach you how to make a little bit of money, okay? Definitely doesn't teach you how to make a little bit. They teach you how to make a lot. They want all of us mortgage free and debt free so that we can focus on helping people, because really, truly, that's the only time we can, okay? What else about positioning?
So the timing within the company couldn't be better, because you have a rock solid, privately held, debt-free company that is just starting the international expansion. These guys know, they've done it before. We're in 16 countries now. The best time to get involved with any company is when the whole world hasn't heard about them, okay? And when they're solid, we went through some of the growing pains. The timing is better now than when we got started, because they've worked out a lot of the kinks, okay? Now we have tools like videos and links that we can send people. So the timing couldn't be better within the company. When do companies create their most millionaires? Statistically, in the industry, it's between the 3rd and the 5th year, and this company has already created 3. Very, very amazing timing. Then you look at the
Two of them that have never
never
knew what network marketing was.
Never done anything
Never
like this.
built teams of people. Never even been a manager.
No. No. So,
Yeah.
like Mary said in the beginning, is it for the average person? Yes. That's what we wanted, was a business that was for the average person, and that's where this company has created this opportunity. Then I looked at the positioning within the whole marketplace. Do you think there's a need for an anti-aging product? Every second commercial on TV is about anti-aging or acne. Now, interestingly enough, one of the big companies out there tried to buy this product for $25 million because they knew their product didn't work for everybody that had acne. So they tried to buy it. Another company offered $100 million.
For the rights to this product.
For the rights to they also got turned down.
Yeah.
These men know what they have in their hands. It's not just an anti-aging product, but what if you could put this in the hands of someone like me, for instance, that was interested in keeping those wrinkles away, but I could also use it on my grandchildren, as I have, for diaper rash, acne, all kinds of skin problems, mosquito bites, wasp stings. And you could use it on every other kind of skin condition as well. Is the marketplace ready for a product like this? Anybody with skin can use the product. That pretty well encompasses everybody. So we're not narrowing, you don't get a bigger marketplace than that.
We have a lady now who got real smart in the Okanagan, and she actually, her baby was prone to diaper rash, bad. And you know, we've all seen a baby, well, most of us have seen a baby. It's painful, right? She now rolls this on her little girl every night, so the pee and poo never touches the baby's skin now.
So smart. If I'd
Right?
known that.
Yeah, I know.
If I had this when my babies were teething and had diaper rash, oh my goodness. I could have saved
Yeah.
them and me a lot of agony. Wow.
Yeah, amazing. So positioning,
And then what about the
Perfect timing.
economy?
Oh,
You
the
talked about
economy,
it-
yeah.
You talked about it earlier. You talked about the economy.
yeah, everybody needs a little more money, okay? And with this, the way I look at it, when I started this, with the economy where I was, there was 300 people laid off in the small little town that I was at. There was no jobs. So I just created my own economy. Just created my own
Well,
with this.
and like I said, I've been a nurse for so long. I just got a call from one of the nurses that I worked with, a very good friend of mine, and she told me there's been some changes to the pension plan. Oops. Now they're a little concerned about where their pension funds have been invested. I was actually thinking now I'm pretty smart because I never invested in the pension plan. Yes. I've created my own pension now.
Yeah,
I actually canceled my life insurance policy.
so did I.
I have a better life insurance policy now with something that I can will to my children. I have a transfer form filled out in my eldest daughter's name, and I told her this business will be willed to you if something should happen to me.
So every week every single week, the only thing her daughter needs to do to get her paycheck that she's been working for 3.5 years is to purchase 2 bottles of this every month.
That's it. And she uses it, and my youngest daughter uses it. What an age span. The positioning doesn't get any better than this. When you add that all up between the company, the marketplace, and the economy, like Mary said, we've got a perfect storm here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brilliant. So that's our presentation. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take about a 10-minute break, get a glass of water, and then we're going to start. Those of you that want to get started, want to know how to get started and are interested, we're going to bring a big whiteboard over here, and we're going to do our how to create your top 10 list, how to enroll, activate, qualify, and how to make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Okay?
All right. Thank
awesome.
you.
Thanks.